Hi. Thanks for tuning in. So, here are a few things that I have learned on my 2 months and 22 days living a sober lifestyle. I've learned a lot. So, I definitely can't do it in one video, but here I am. I am feeling like I'm looking awake. I am definitely feeling awake. I am getting up early. I am getting ready for the day, doing my hair, brushing my teeth, washing my face. Not that I didn't do that before, but I definitely was always in a rush and I was waking up at the last minute, feeling really frustrated, feeling like I didn't get to touch base with myself. I felt like a robot a little bit, that I would just get up and just I'd wake up and it was go time and it was rush, rush, rush. Get my son to daycare, get my daughter to school, um, get get myself ready. I'd be slapping myself together and just running out the door and like just always feeling like in a panic, like lots of anxiety because um, I was in a rush and I just my whole day proceeded without saving you guys the whole speech. My whole day proceeded like that, and it felt like I was give 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 give, and until I went to bed until it was ready to conk out again. Um, yeah, so I since I've been living this sober lifestyle, I have definitely found more balance in my life. That didn't happen immediately. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna decide to have a sober lifestyle and everything's wonderful now. No, it's still, it's something that I'm taking my time with and that I'm learning every single day, every moment of the day. I'm learning new things, new ways to love myself and take care of myself and love my family. And if anything, this is really highlighted for me the areas that I was ignoring and that I didn't want to see, I guess. Um, so yeah, it's just been a real eye opener. Um, Creating balance within myself has been helping me create balance in my outer world. So being able to feel like my emotions are a little bit more balanced, and also that's come through work. It wasn't a magic switch. It's just been having compassion and patience with myself and being honest about the emotions that I was feeling and letting those actually come up in me and arise in me and to observe them and to uh, uh, greet them and and just show compassion and love and calmness and acceptance for what I was feeling, because a lot comes up and it's still coming up and I'm still dealing with a lot of different emotions. But my biggest thing today, I think that I'm uh, really feeling is some compassion and forgiveness for myself for all the negative self talk that I have been putting on myself now in this month, because this month and this moon feels like a lot of self talk going on within my mind, um, and nitpicking about the details, um, being frustrated with myself when I try to look at the big picture of what where I am now, and looking at it in a negative way instead of looking at it in a positive way and thinking, okay, look how far I've come. Like I'm living a lifestyle that I enjoy, that I appreciate. And again, this is not for everybody, and no, everybody doesn't need to do it. Um, but I do want to encourage people to make whatever transformation it is, whatever change in their life that they want to do that will bring them more joy and more happiness. That's what this is about. So it can be applied to anything really. Um, but so with those things coming up, I've been just having more compassion for myself, because I've been looking at things in a bit of a negative way, and I want it to. I'm changing my mindset, and I made a lot of promises to myself that I broke, and I'm starting to really promote that my own best friend type of thing, because if I broke this many promises to someone that I loved, um, and which I have done, because that's part of it too, right? Um, and that's another part where you need to have forgiveness for yourself and ask forgiveness from others. But like I said, the change within, the balance my energies within will balance my energies without. And I have to start with um, forgiving myself so that I'm allowing myself to move forward and step forward and align with a new energy, and to take on that transformative energy, and transform myself to the life I want, and who I really am, my true authentic self. So, but to forgive yourself, you have to actually acknowledge all that shit. So that's some realness right there. That is some journaling, some crying, some quiet moments by yourself. It's hard, but yeah, and just I put myself in a lot of situations. There's a lot of jobs that I really didn't like, a lot of jobs that really weren't meant for me, but I had put myself in so many circumstances where it was like, well, I need this and I have to have that, or where um, I put pressures on myself that were just really unnecessary. And it was just like a vicious cycle. But for a lot of you out there, it might not be your job. It might be your city, your home, your town, your friendships, your relationships. Like, it might be all kinds of those things. Okay, they're giving me a clue here. I need to. So I need to stay on track just a little bit, because there are a few things that I wanted to say, and Spirit was wanting to help me with what to talk about. But yeah, they wanted to remind me of um, the courage and the persistence, uh, to be able to move forward with something like this. I want to acknowledge myself for that today, because it's taken a lot to put myself. I still have been around situations where you know uh, people are still living their best life and doing their thing, and I've put myself in some situations where it can be difficult, but I've just maintained. I kept in my head. I was like, I love the mornings. I love waking up. I love feeling good. I sleep better right now. I feel more clear. And I still enjoy everyone's company, and I still have a lot of fun. So, those things, I want to acknowledge in myself and anyone else who's kind of going through a transformation, whatever your transformation is. Take the moment to acknowledge yourself, and have faith in yourself, right? And have faith in your Most High to be able to help you work through your challenges. Um, yeah, I felt like I really, you don't always have to hit a wall, but I definitely hit a place where I felt like I am not going to be able to do this unless I set some boundaries within myself and within my environment. So setting clear boundaries has been everything for me, um, and I really recognized them when I was feeling most frustrated. My frustration, my emotions that I used to feel ashamed about, or I wouldn't let through, or yeah, just ashamed, really. Um, and then I would just brush it all aside. They have become more balanced, more relaxed, but I still feel them and acknowledge them, and I appreciate them, because they have become a beacon for everything that does not serve me. When I'm feeling frustrated, I'm like, okay, there's a boundary. There is something that has crossed within me that I am feeling uncomfortable. Why am I feeling uncomfortable with it? Is it something that is then I just go into all the things. Is it something that I put in place as part of like my fight or flight? Is it something that needs to be put in place so that I don't go into a state of fight or flight? What is it that is in within me that's calling out, that's drawing this emotion? Because I believe that our soul, our spirit, the essence of who we are, speaks to us through our emotion. And I'm learning to become, I'm really stepping into that high priestess energy of the observer. Be the observer of your emotions. I honor them because they are a message that you need to acknowledge and show compassion to, show forgiveness if you need to, but it's telling you something. So I've that's really helped me create a lot of boundaries, and then asking for my family and friends' support in what I'm trying to accomplish has just absolutely been huge. Sometimes you might not get the support that you want, but if you really have like a genuine conversation, I've been really grateful for the people in my life to be supportive, and I let them know of my fears of it. I'm fearing that I'm not going to be accepted. I'm fearing that I'm going to be left out. Like I'm fearing that I'm going to be isolating myself, and where I'm going to feel awkward. Like it can be. I still do feel all those things, and I tell my partner, I tell him, I'm like, this is like I'm kind of having some nervousness about this event that we're going to, or I'm kind of feeling like I've been at events and I'm like, am I being weird? Am I weird? Which the answer on its face is usually always yes, because I'm a super weird person. That's okay. I've come to accept that, but I mean, like, weird, you know what I mean? I'm like, is it like, because sometimes I'm just like, am I awkward? Am I that awkward? And he's like, you're fine, stop it. He's like, everything's fine, everything's cool. But sometimes you just need that like little bit of reassurance when you're going through a change in your life of something, whatever your change is. I know I've heard people talk about that when they were making changes in their lifestyle for like diet, and they're like, I feel like that weirdo that's bringing the weird, the healthy thing to the potluck, or you have an allergy and you're making a change because of that, and you're like, oh God, I'm that guy taking the gluten free like to the potluck. But talk to the people that you love, and they'll support you, and just know in yourself that that's something that you need to honor. You're being your true authentic self. So I did want to just make this quick little video for today, and I do have to get going because I am starting the day, and I got up early to make this, but I just wanted to leave with one final comment. So so I've started to appreciate and really express gratitude for the things that I do have, and that allowed me to acknowledge the great boundaries that I have been able to establish, and the ones that I wanted to keep in place, and what was serving me. I've learned to just really have a new ability to communicate in a new way, and everything is much more calm, and I feel much more relaxed. Also, I've just been feeling very inspired, and my intuitions. When the things that I used to be afraid of within myself, I have been learning to accept and discover and enjoy and appreciate new interests, new skills, new thirst for knowledge, basically, that I just I'm just enjoying being present and being so open, and just my friendships and family relationships, and just the relationship with myself. I feel like it's just becoming so aligned and in such a beautiful harmony that that's what's making me want to continue. I do have tough days, I do have tough moments, and I have tough everything. But these are the things that I'm reminding myself of during those times, and I wanted to share that with you guys. For any of you that are going through any sort of change, um, I'd love to hear about it, or if this video resonated with you. I want to thank you so much for your time and for listening and joining in with me today. And I think as long as we're here to love, accept, and honor one another, then I think that we can really do anything, and we can all live in our complete wholeness and absolute joy. That being said, the light in me sees the light in you. I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you, and your energy. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And take care. And I'll see you next time.